I think there's something about like residual emotions, I guess. I think there's something that feels off, like the juju is just not right.
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
And I've had that, like, I think if you want to talk about like camping, I've had that in a couple of spots. You know how like if you go in the jungle and if you're fine, everything's fine, like the animals are out, the sun is beautiful. If it's not fine, you feel you're not welcome by the jungle, you can get lost, you get turned around, stuff gets in your way. And I think there was one camping session I've had that happen as well. And I don't understand why, like, because I camped there successfully one night before. I had a strange dream. Maybe I can talk about it, but then the next day, so the next time I went again, like 2-3 months later, I got lost. And I know this trail very well. I hike this all the time. It's actually literally my backyard, around the Club Darul Ehsan area. And I used to go up into the water reservoir and stuff. But I got kicked out of that basically. Like I got lost. I tried camping, and then there was this whole feeling of being watched, and like people telling you to like get lost. It was so bad. Like I freaked out. Like, I was thinking like this is like really paranoid, like paranoid emotion at that point, right? And so I just like basically fucked off down the river. I didn't even use the trail. I just saw the river. I knew the river led out to my housing area. I just ran down the river. And the next day when I came back to my tent, it was just all like and I had stuff like hung about, so that was all like thrown on the ground, scattered. All my shit was just thrown all over the place. And so now I will backtrack to my first trip where I camped there. It was fine. It was all fine, but at night my tent was because at that time it wasn't a tent. I slept in a hammock, so I felt swaying. So I was like half asleep, like, okay, what's this?
You felt somebody pushing the
shit. And then I'm like half like, and then like right here in my face is just like a face.
Are you serious?
This remembering about this has like my goosebumps on. And so you're sort of like, I'm blind by the way. I can't, without glasses I can't see anything in front of me. So you just see this shadow here and it's looking at you.
Oh my god.
Buat apa? I'm like, weh, aku tidur besok aku caw dia, jangan caw please. Aku nak tidur. And I'm like sleep paralysis. I just want to sleep, man. I just want to sleep. I'm not disturbing you. I'm chill.
It actually said something.
It said something to you. It
like,
spoke.
Buat apa tu?
That's what he said. And I'm like, and in your hammock, the worst possible. I'm basically a sausage for whatever wants to kill me or murder me.
And you were alone, nobody else was around.
So I like going solo camping.
That's
the problem.
The bang.
But so, and I've had sleep paralysis before, where like sometimes I'm asleep and I feel like a hand, and then you see a woman by your bedside. Sometimes I know it's a dream. So for this one, it was a bit too visceral because the bed was swaying and I could sort of move my head. And then he's like, wait, then he like, you hit it now. And it just went off. And I was just like, sat there. Should I like get out and see if he's still waiting outside there, or should I wait until I get like stabbed or something? I didn't know what to do. Like I full on panic mode there.
Could it be like some uncle young?
No, because this was like,
that's crazy.
Probably like 2-3 in the morning already, and I, no one. So, oh shit, I should have given context as well. So this spot is not on trail. This campsite. So this campsite is basically there's a river crossing, like a stream crossing. So instead of crossing and following the trail, I go off trail and follow the river up until I find a
nice
flat area. Because I want to stay by a river, right? So there was this nice clearing, and I think only like recent years I've been hearing about like bunyan clearings and stuff like that. So which they say like if you see a doorway, it's probably a doorway, but just take note of it. Like if you see like vines that sort of create like a doorway, there's a superstition hidden behind.
So this hammock, you set it up yourself, or maybe is something that's
no? So I set it up.
You set up the hammock.
So I set up the hammock. I set a fire, and it was. I have photos of the campsite as well, actually.
Oh, you send it to us. We can put it up.
Yeah,
people visual context.
Yeah, right? I have that, and that one was like, because I know that area very well. If I were to show you the Google map of where my like housing area is versus where the camp is, it's only like a kilometer as the crow flies. So I never expected.
So you're not like in the middle of the jungle kind of.
No, I can hear motorbikes at night.
Right.
Like, but they can't. They won't go in the trail. But you can hear civilization.
So you feel somewhat safe.
Yeah,
which is good.
And like when I sat at a campfire, if there's smoke, my wife can see like the smoke rising from the forest. That's how like close I am.
So it could potentially be
Someone
a person.
I hope not. I think it's creepier if someone stays there in the forest. Like
That is true.
That is.
If it was an actual person,
Ted
it's even
Bundy.
worse.
Like, not even like what Ted Krasinski,
Right.
Unabomber stuff.
Yeah.
Because what was either a blessing or not was the fact that you had your glasses off.
Yeah. So it was just this blurry head.
Yeah.
It's right in your face, you know? It's like
But it didn't disturb me.
right here. I
It
know.
was just there.
'Cause
Yeah.
it was wondering what you were
And it's
up
just
to.
this like
How close like to your face was it?
this like this
Oh
like this
my God.
like so you're sort of like I don't know. Yeah.
Right.
Just before. So you're sort of.
It's like
Huh?
8 inches away.
2 o'clock in the morning.
That's why when he did it, you sort of feel that breath,
Oh.
and that was the last straw. I'm like, I can't run. It's midnight.
Yeah.
If I tumble down the river, so that morning when I woke up, it's sort of like, okay, let's sort of assess what happened here and like think about it. And then like you'll see like animal tracks around, and it's just wild boar tracks. So I'm like, okay, so there's no foot tracks. So did I dream it or not? So I didn't think about it anymore.
Right.
That's why like 2 months, 3 months later, I said, hey, that was a pretty nice camp spot. Other than that weird dream, still sort of like not thinking of it. But the second time I went, that's when I start feeling being watched.
Right.
And that's why like I was like, maybe I shouldn't stay. I had set up my tent, I had set up everything, but it just that feeling of being watched and being told to get lost was just kept getting stronger and stronger as the sun went down. So just around like 7 p.m. before sunset, I was like, I could stay here and probably have to face what it's like telling me to get out.
It's like you again.
Yeah, yeah.
When it spoke to you, did it sound like a human voice?
It actually did sound like an old man.
It did sound like
It just sounded like a grumpy old man.
What betul?
Yeah. That sergah kind of voice. So like, but the thing is, I'm half asleep lah. So I don't know whether I heard footsteps coming in and out. And there's this like river, like creek, stream constantly making sound as well.
But it's strange for a human being to get up that that close to your face and asking what you're doing. It's not human behavior.
Straight up. Not penunggu. Is it penunggu or like?
That's
Kinda like
penunggu.
Penunggu could be penunggu. Yeah.